There's a lot of irony associated with this. You know, the curse of the Titanic seems to live on.
It certainly seems that way, Eamon. Obviously, our thoughts first and foremost are with the family and the crew, and as we all follow the news, we're patiently hoping that they can be brought home safely.
David, we're trying to work out, and not a lot of people we've spoken to around the office today would sort of say, you know, this would be on their wish list to do. It seems a pretty scary venture, bearing in mind where the wreck is situated, how far down it is, how remote it is as well. What is the attraction of Titanic to these Titanic tourists?
Well, they're not just tourists, Eamon. Everyone who takes part in these dives has a particular mission to carry out. I'm sure we all saw in the news just a few weeks ago the recent mapping, the 3D mapping that's been carried out in the wreck. That's made up of thousands of photographs, and they were taken by people such as the tourists, as you just called them, the mission people, the specialists who take part in these dives. But yes, it is remote, it is extremely dangerous, and the risks are made perfectly clear to everyone before they undertake these dives.
Likely do you think it is that they'll be able to find this submersible, given that it took 73 years after the Titanic sank before they were able to find that? I mean, this part of the sea, give us a picture of, you know, the trenches and the challenges involved.
Yes, Isabel, it's an incredibly difficult dive. These dives have been going on since the wreck was discovered in 1985, and of course the original dives, including the filming for James Cameron's movie, were carried out by 2 Russian submersibles, which are no longer in operation, and the OceanGate Titan, this particular submersible, is the only one currently capable in commercial use, I believe, that can take passengers down to the wreck. So it is going to make the rescue mission incredibly difficult. It's one of only 5, I believe, submersibles that can reach this depth.
Not asking for specific figures, but I'm just asking, would you know the sort of ballpark figure it would cost to be on board a submarine like this?
I believe the dive price for individuals is $250,000, which is about £195,000.
And what does that buy you? Because, I mean, my understanding is that this incredibly advanced submersible is designed to withstand enormous pressure and going to huge depths, but very few creature comforts. We're not talking about any bathroom facilities. They'll be wearing oxygen masks at this point. I mean, that money is paying for expertise and kit, but not any luxuries or comfort.
No, there are no luxuries or comfort. It's large enough. People can see pictures on the OceanGate's website of the interior as well as the exterior of this Titan submersible. Creature comforts, as you say, are incredibly basic. The vessel is designed to dive to a depth of 4,000 plus meters. Interestingly, it does have what's called a real-time hull health monitoring system, which is a series of sensors all around the hull which continually monitor the pressure, and should there be any change in the pressure on the outer hull, the pilot is notified immediately and can instigate an ascent quite quickly. So if anything has happened catastrophically, and let's hope and pray it hasn't, because the pressure on the outside of that hull is 3.5 tons per square inch.
Yeah. David, there you are. You are the chair of the British Titanic Society. For people who don't get it, who don't get the thrill involved, the excitement involved, the sense of history involved in this, if you were offered a ticket on a sub like that, would you take it up?
Yes, I would. I've been interested in Titanic for most of my life. It's an honour and a privilege to be the head of what is one of the world's greatest Titanic societies. We have hundreds of members all over the world who study, who are passionate about the vessel. But yes, I would happily take a ticket if I could afford one.
You know, David, we wish all ends well. Our thoughts and prayers with everybody on board, and really appreciate your insight to things. Thanks for your time this morning. Thank you very much.